many different veterans who have served our country and those who continue to serve today. We honor those veterans on this special Veterans Day as we commemorate the end of the First World War, but more importantly, we remember those who continue to serve. Bless us this day, we ask in your holy name. Amen.
I would like to ask the North Kingstown Community Chorus to come up for the national anthem.
May I just remind folks that during the national anthem, we ask you to put your hand over your... If you're not in uniform, we ask you to salute during our national anthem. Thank you.
That was beautiful. Thank you very much. I would like to ask Peter Morgan, our town tree warden, if he would be willing to take the wreath and put the wreath in front of the memorial. Accompanied by Reverend Hargrove. He and his wife have been responsible for the work that's been done at Veterans Memorial Park over the last several months to beautify it and prepare it for further recognition in the coming years. Thank you for all you've done. I'd like to ask the Reverend Hargrove to say the prayer to memorialize those lost of children in World War. To give a short remembrance as well.
Again, my name is Lee Hargrove. I'm a retired United States Army chaplain, having served in the reserves from 1982 to 2007. I was a weekend warrior for 22 years. Army Reserve, National Guard. First time I was called up for sort of active duty, I spent 2 weeks at Ground Zero in Manhattan with the National Guard. That experience is from 9/11. But as a result of the attack, war on terrorism, my unit was activated in 2004. And typical of the Army, I trained for 6 months to go to Iraq, and then I went to Afghanistan. First time on active duty for 3 years, I was 54 years old. I never thought I'd celebrate my 55th birthday in beautiful downtown Kabul. That was sarcastic, by the way. I joke that I'm going there on vacation next week. No, I'm not. What has happened there is terrible. But when I returned from Afghanistan, I spent 18 months at Fort Dix in New Jersey, working with chaplains who were returning from the combat zone and with chaplains who were going out. The vast majority of troops coming through, troops I mean inclusive of all branches of the service, coming through Fort Dix were reserves and guards. Many of them had never been on active duty before, except for maybe basic training. And now they were being called to places like Iraq and Afghanistan. Some of them were very young. Others had been in the Guard for 30 years and had never been on active duty except for basic training. And now they were being called going to a combat zone of a war that was being fought in very uncertain circumstances. So we worked with these people, not just the chaplains, before they left and when they came back. And many of them were dealing with many issues, having been away from home for maybe as long as 18 months. And when you're on an active duty base and you come back from some kind of a tour of duty, your families are all there, the people that you served with are there, the psychologists are there, the chaplains are there is a built-in support system. But when you come back from a reserve unit or guard unit, you go home. And those built-in supports are not there. And we know of some of the tough times that people who served in the war on terror have experienced and are continuing to experience this day. And I've met with many of them, and they are in definite need of our prayers, but also for our gratitude. I know this maybe not here at the moment, but we still have a handful of World War II veterans still with us. My dad was in World War II. Of course, Korea, the Forgotten War, Vietnam, the first Gulf War, and the continuing war on terrorism that goes on to this day. Less than 1% of the American population has served in the military. 1%. Last year, most of the branches had trouble meeting their recruiting goals, except the Marines. I never quite understood that, why someone would want to be a Marine, then be in the Air Force or the Army, but no one asked me. They have that as free to corps. So I would ask you to remember those veterans who served in your family, in your neighborhood, and in our country. We're going through transition here in our country once again, and we want to make sure that we all support that transition so that our democracy continues. That is what everyone who is a veteran here, or listening, or you know, was asked to do. They may not have been in during a combat period. They may not have been in for 25 years like I was, or some have been in for 30 or 40, but they chose to serve this country. Some of them were even drafted. Not everybody went to Canada, and I understand their reasoning. But at the same time, I would ask you to please think about veterans. If you know one, thank that person today. Men and women. Women now play such a bigger role than they've done in the past in our armed forces. And we want to honor everyone and their families who support them when they are on active duty, or even when they're just going to that National Guard weekend once a month and off for the 2 weeks in the summer. By the way, there used to be an old joke, what was the difference between the National Guard and the Boy Scouts? The Boy Scouts had adult supervision. I'm grateful to say that those days are long gone, and our National Guard and our reserve components in all the branches continue to serve. And let us not forget those who serve in perhaps some other kind of capacity, especially during the World War, the Merchant Marine, who lost thousands and thousands of people aboard those ships. But today we honor those who are still with us. This is not Memorial Day, this is Veterans Day. And so I'd ask you to think about that. And instead of a moment of silence like we do on Memorial Day, I'm going to ask that you honor our veterans with a generous round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Hargrove, for such appropriate and personal remarks speaking of who we are today. I would ask Doug Summers to have the family salute right now.
Fire in the hole!
Thank you, Doug. At the close of the ceremony, I want to thank all of you for attending. I want to thank all those who participated. Reverend Hargrove, obviously, for his wonderful remarks. But I would also like to thank the community chorus for the national anthem, and also for all of you for joining us today. Thank you very much. The parade will follow, and we will do the order of march at that time. Thank you very much.
Girl Scouts, this is where Caroline would be. Hi, Casey. Hi. I know some of them. I was going to say, your count was really going up there. You know me, I know her. I know from where? I don't from school. She looks like she's older. Guys! Want to gab it? I know. Seriously, was that
Definitely way back. We should have brought one of those.
That's even better.
The problem is I want to give it to you. They're going backwards.
Then he blew me up.
Whoa. Aircraft area, very cool. There's a
Welcome, Bill. Thank you very much for making this a wonderful parade. Give a round of applause for Bill Miller. Driving the Christmas Corolla is a record for the family. Thank you guys for all the community. And follow up on the
I know. That was fun. I think they do like a Christmas parade. There's a lot of Christmas. Yeah.